Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some, at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. We do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Breaks on here. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Defender's on the back foot. Hoists it forward. It's got through to him. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Has a hit! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. He's had a shot!
Well, I think when you're in that situation, all you can do is tip your hat to the keeper, because that was fantastic.
Gets wrestled off the ball, and the counter is on. And there's a long ball. Tries to get it clear.
Peter, we can only applaud that quality of tackle in the circumstances. It was probably goal-saving.
Oh, good interception. It's gone for a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Tries a shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Defending of the desperate variety. Turns and goes back. Away from immediate danger. That's a throw. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And the whistle goes for half-time. So the other team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. The action has already resumed here.
Milan playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
He could be in here. Forward it goes. Now the counter. Yeah, he's fouled him there. This is a great chance to take a lead. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Albertini! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw. And finally, he has breathed life into the game. Dispatched expertly, nicely done. Milan draw first blood here.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming.
Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Gerson. He's there to... He's gone for it! It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
BARI grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Gerson.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And the shot!
Milan merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful...
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Cut out in the nick of time.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
So the play, and it is a goal kick. "90 minutes up, we're into stoppage time." That intervention was very necessary. There will be a throw-in. Could try cutting inside here. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. That has sent him sprawling. And the finish! The last act of a game, which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. So it's ended in a draw, draft and everything apart from a winning goal that never came. An intriguing contest, and a result which at least partly satisfies all. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, hello everybody, thank you for joining us for what we hope will be an intriguing group stage game, and it is first against second. Two teams with the same objective, and that is to make sure that they will still be here once the competition resumes under a different format, one that is far less forgiving than now. This, no doubt, a game of the utmost importance, not so much for the final outcome in this group, but potentially who meets whom when that time comes around. And that is something that both of these sides are only too well aware of, with those finishing top getting what is usually a more comfortable draw. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Got things underway. Cuts it out. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Bergkamp. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. He's gone for it! Keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Oh, real danger here. You have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And the shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
And that's been levered clear. And out to safety. Well, that's where he wants it. He's made sure that that won't get through. Has a pop! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Tries to get it forward quickly. And if anyone is going to break the deadlock, now would be a good time. Chance! Turns and goes back. Hoists it forward. And the first 45 minutes are up. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
Cagliari head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Cagliari clearly...
And the shot! A great save, real class.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Bergkamp. Herrera. He's had a goal! He can get that clear. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Not long left, and still we await the breakthrough. Played into space out wide. Bergkamp! Just swings wide.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
And it's played forward. Bergkamp. He's got through. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Herrera. It's a loose ball. Looking to get within range.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Shooting chance!
Cagliari showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
That intervention was very necessary.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And here's the chance to counter. And time is up. A frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So, on the face of it, things look simple. If they want to make the knockout stages, this is all or nothing. 3 points needed, and should they fail to collect those points, they will be going home and staying there. It all makes this very tense, really, for some, unbearable. The stress levels particularly high, but for those of us who are neutral, myself included, it is utterly compelling, and that is how it should be. This is the gladiatorial arena that is the Stadio Olimpico, for so long the symbol of Rome's grand sporting history. So they need a win. They need a win to get them over the line.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
So it's down to business here. Hits one! It's come back out! Yes, it's in! And the game springs instantly to life. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, that's great awareness. Full marks to him, as he was just that bit quicker than everyone else on the follow-up.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Looking for a decent ball in. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. A win here so important to their ambitions. Oh, real chance! Tries to get it forward quickly. He's made sure that that won't get through. This could spell danger. Goes for goal! Back of the net! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Has a hit! And it's there! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Rome are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? He's found his man. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Totti. Now surely! A shot at goal! Another chance! He scores! And already they're looking to run away with it. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Could move up a gear here.
Chiesa.
There's the end of the first half. Well, that flew by. It was breathless stuff. It's been one-way traffic here after the first 45 minutes. A relentless barrage that looks set to continue.
Yeah, I think the first half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return, and I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
Rome utterly dominant in the first 45 minutes, scoring at will. And we are already promptly back underway. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Totti. Turns and goes back. And the counter is on.
Chiesa.
It's a fabulous... and shoots! Totti. It's a promise. Chiesa! Really well taken goal.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Cremona can make their change now with a break in play. Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Looks to clip it forward. Cleared without complication. Cremona making another change here. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Tries a shot! The keeper's done just about enough. Tries a header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. It's got through to him, and he's onside. Hits one! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Cuts it out. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Rapidly approaching the end. Rome are closing in on qualification for the knockout stage. Totti. That's been drilled forward. Carbone. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Totti. Has a pop! Outstanding save to keep that out. And that's it. Rome have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, that is one big weight off the shoulders now. Progress that was well warranted if you consider the performances to this point. And I think with the pressure off, they can already start their preparations for the next step, which puts them in great position.
Welcome everybody to our continued live coverage of these group stages. We have for you a game of great intrigue and indeed great consequence. The group's taking shape nicely now, and we're already seeing who is likely to make the knockout rounds. Are we to see another team become yet another statistic here, or somehow fight themselves out of a nasty predicament, avoid defeat and keep their hopes alive? It is time to focus, get on with the job, and see what transpires both here and indeed elsewhere. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Plays it over to the other flank. Keeper's ball. He spotted the run and played him through. He's had shapes. They've done it! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Was the light very short-lived? The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Gets it upfield.
Lazio have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to...
Just the keeper to beat! And the shot! And that really is so impressive. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Because of that first goal now, it's a great opportunity to make it one-way traffic and add to this lead.
Now the counter, right through the middle. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Great run this. He's covered quite a distance. And that's been levered clear. This approach for goal! Here's a goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
Well positioned to make that interception. It's the through ball. He's gone for it! Oh, very special! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're at it again in double quick time. Terrific audacity. Just gorgeous skill.
Oh, look, the keeper didn't know whether he was coming or going in the end, and he just got lost.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will find...
That'll be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Padova sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And the game has already resumed here. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. There's a long ball. Going through. Hits one! This could surely this time! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
I doubt he'll score too many, which come easier than that, Peter, but just look at his movement. He knew instinctively that the keeper would struggle to hold on to it.
He's made it 3, quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Padova take a 3-goal lead, and they are going for goal! No mistake!
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
So is this the start of a comeback? Hit long and direct. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Oh, shooting chance! In it goes! Just so calm under pressure.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Lazio have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. So now the difference is 3. Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And now the breakaway goes long. Nicely worked. Cleared without complication.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Hoists it forward. He came in hard, very hard. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. And it's played forward. Well, that's where he wants it. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And out to safety. And the referee brings it to a close. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Part of it won thanks to a disciplined game plan. Homework provided the groundwork and it exploited an obvious central weakness.
Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. We do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up. Has a pop! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, but I really like that link-up there. I think something I'm sure they can work on again and get it right.
Quick ball forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Plays it out to the wing. Forward it goes.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
With a delicate ball. Gets it back. Tries a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Napoli really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
And that has been cleared. Steered forward. Well weighted. Breaks on here. Just the keeper to beat. Has a hit. Oh, wonderful effort all by himself.
Well, at least the crowd are appreciative of his efforts.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Hoists it forward. A real chance to break. Roberto Baggio. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Up to meet it! This could fall anywhere. Ball's out on the left now. Has a look and place it in. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Napoli can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Looking to force his way through. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Sousa tries to get it forward quickly. It's a loose ball. Oh, sweet feet. Gets the better of his massive leap. Hits it again, but still no joy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And the half-time whistle goes. Both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're off again. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, Peter, it was worth a try.
Goodness, that has ripped the rigging.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
Napoli take the lead, 1-0.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Face to face with the keeper, going for goal! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Napoli have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Just brushed off the ball there. Roberto Baggio! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they paid the price and deserved to.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
But there's going to be another change here. Cuts it out. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Well, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Napoli with a chance here to increase their lead. He'll fancy himself from here. Cruz! Gets up to head it! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Well, here is the raid we were told to expect.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
What an adventurous run from a defender. And he just whacks it away. It's anyone's ball.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Almost there, and the players can feel it. Final seconds, this has to be it. Plays it out to the flank. Could cross it. Towering header! It's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Plays a clever pass. Good ball. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
And that's that. Napoli have held on. A knife-edge game, a single goal margin, but they have won it. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
Hello and welcome one and all. great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some, at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up. Hits one! This could fall anywhere! And he's there to hoof it away. An early chance, their first of the game. Pella. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And it's played forward. Now has a hit! He scored! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who was going to come out on top.
So, a breakthrough already. And they've been caught out here. Gets it upfield. Pella.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about. Well, when the options aren't quite present in the box, it's the crosser's interest to hold on for the support.
Batistuta. Plays it out to the wing. Cuts it out. Forward it goes. Done very well to intervene. It's being played forward. Oh, good interception. Rui Costa. Batistuta. Oh, great! Has a pop! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Managed to get it away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Looking to get within range. Now the counter. That's been drilled forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Out to the left it goes. And he just whacks it away. Rui Costa. Should be the keepers. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Florence need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Out to the right. A buccaneering run from the defender. Shooting chance! It's anyone's ball. That's a half-decent try. Massive lead! Same again, same outcome.
Torino really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Repelled by the keeper. Has gone out. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Too much on it and out of play. Time for a change in personnel. Hoists it forward. Batistuta. He spotted the run and played. Has a goal! Really well taken goal. Do not write them off. Back they come.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Florence grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Tries to locate someone up front. Finds himself eased off the ball. He's pinged one through here. He gets past his man. Great leap! That's a real chance missed.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Well weighted.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Pella. He's off on a marauding run. Big chance! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Torino take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a...
Shoots! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
So this to restore parity. Dispatched with certainty.
Well, that was a big pressure kick, and he didn't let his team down. He took that so calmly.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Batistuta. And it's played forward. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So nothing between them after all of that, and you can't really argue with the result. Now the manager too unhappy with the outcome, and the fans really well entertained. It's all square in the end. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final record...
Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
They've got underway here pretty promptly. Good clearance and very necessary. To make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes work ultra sharp.
Nice to get it forward quickly. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Hit into the middle, timely intervention. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. It's a ball kick. Brescia ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. This is quite a run, and he's had a shot! And again the keeper stands strong.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
It's come through. Could move up a gear here. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Chance to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Gets into a dangerous position. Well played, he saw that coming. Pumps it into the area, and he's cut it out. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. Well, the action has already resumed. He's had a goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
And it's been taken straight back. Goes for and a header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Forward it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter.
And the shots! They scored! And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So that's 2 now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Done very well to intervene. Brescia keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And that has put paid to that. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Oh, well intercepted, really alert, and they've been caught. Shot at goal! It's there! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Brescia need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
And a shot! It's broken loose. Oh, real danger here. Incoming cross. The final whistle. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, they approached this with a very definite game plan, and I think to a large extent they remain true to that, and we can give the manager a big pat on the back.
Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, it's an attempt, Peter, to put a solid bedrock in place and negotiate the game from there. If they can absorb what comes towards their box in the early stages, then the midfield can begin looking for more of the possession and can start thinking about a more probing influence on the contest. It all depends on keeping their goal intact, so they won't have to open up and indulge in taking risks at the other end.
The action has already started. Well, that's where he wants it. Cuts it out. A real chance if he can get through. Oh, nice touch. Has a go! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And out to safety. Oh, is it? Hits one! They score! There is the breakthrough! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Genoa break the deadlock.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Clears it out of harm's way. Battles to win it back. He's found his man. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Defence has got rid of that. He's had that put on a plate. Cleared without complication. And shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Hurls himself at it! He scores! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Strikers love a diving header, and he timed that to perfection.
Genoa grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Forward it goes. Good ball, it's found its target. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Oh, what a ball! Has a pop! Oh, managed to get it away. And there's the end of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Genoa go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. Well, the action has already resumed here. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Just brushed off the ball there. He's had a shot! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Tries to get it forward quickly. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Corner it is. So will they make it count again? And it's played forward. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and the creator-in-chief is unsurprisingly being treated as a special case now.
Hoists it forward. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Has a hit! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Dinks one in. Time and again they are repelled. Tries to stroke it through. He's had a look. Has a hit! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here.
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and
that's that. Genoa enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest. When you look back on the game then, Jim,
Genoa have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often we'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive, the way they cut through the heart of that defence.